G'day YouTube, Turbo Tristan here. Welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be working on this EM1 Civic Coupe. Nice original car, couple of little light mods, but none of that's going to matter in a second because we're going to be fitting and doing a full build series on this fully built top to bottom B18C with a goal of 700 horsepower. So in this episode, we're going to be removing the B16A, the standard engine, and getting the bay ready to accept the B18C. So this is the car. This belongs to Gary. You've seen his car on here before. He's got another EK Coupe, also silver. It's got a D16 turbo in that one. Pretty powerful, but this car is going to be the full house car. As far as we know, this car is pretty much stock standard with a couple of bolt-ons, wrinkle red rocker cover, nice dress up parts there in the engine bay, an AEM air intake system with the pod filter mounted down inside the inner guard, which is the actual correct way you're supposed to do a cold air intake. Otherwise, standard rims, looks like it's been lowered a little bit, and a big tip there on the back. But otherwise, this is an original car. It's not going to be original for long because we've got this guy to go in. So I've got a spec list here on this engine. It's got Manly H-beam rods, full Supertech valve train, ACL bearings all the way through, Cometic gaskets all the way through, ARP studs, Manly pistons, 81 mil, and it's a 9:1 standard bore, Darton sleeves, ARP main studs, ARP balancer bolts. It's also had an ATI super damper crank pulley, which is this guy down here, ARP flywheel bolt kits, so they're yet to go on the back. A Moroso oil pan, which is a steel one, all set up with all the fittings and everything here at the back, which is extra capacity for all that extra oil that we're going to need to run the turbo system and run it at 9,000 RPM plus. In the head, we've got a set of Toda cams. These are brand new cams. You can see all the valves, everything in there. Brand new cam gears. It's got a Bad Guys oil pump, ported and high flowed with the extra pressure. So we've got a high pressure oil pump. As you can see there, the black one, that's the Bad Guys. And we're also going full on with the ignition system. It's got Speed Factory billet distributor cap block off, coil plate and coil packs, new map sensor, titanium studs, which are here on the exhaust manifold. We've got a Turbo Smart Raceport external wastegate, that's a 50 mil. And over here is the big daddy. This is a GTX 3076R turbo. It's a 0.82 rear housing and V-bands on the back. So nice and easy to pull the exhaust system off when you're going to the track. Maybe a nice hood exit at the drag strip, who knows? But otherwise, it's going to be a bit of a sleeper, this guy. We're not doing too much to the car. We're going to bang this engine in and shoot for the stars. Hopefully somewhere around 700 is the goal. And it should be able to take it. Darton sleeves, all the valve train, everything's all done, professionally machined. All the engine work's all been done. So now it's over to the other guy, the poor little B16, the little baby here. We're going to get to work ripping that out, tidying up the engine bay. We'll get the bar off. We'll get everything ready because we've got to mount a front mount, get it all ready to accept this guy. to pull the motor out, we're just going to drop it down on this trolley here, and hopefully we've disconnected everything. That's my side.
That sounded promising.
Yeah, let's do this one.
Mine didn't have enough grunt. The Makita just got smoked.
Smoked by the Makita.
Smoked by.
There you go.
There you go, eh? Alright, well, do you want to just keep an eye on it?
Yep.
I'll slowly go up.
And let's wait to hear the cracking noises of stuff we haven't disconnected.
Do you need a little ladder to sit there? Right.
No. Keep going.
Do we need to bring it forward a bit?
Yeah, a bit. Alright, let's take a look. Yeah, it's just sitting on that mount. It's gonna drop off, but
Oh yeah, it's just
you'll catch it.
a bit, but that's alright, it's gonna disappear anyway.
Yeah.
Sweet. Do you need any blocks of wood to hold it up? What's that called on?
It's just that
Is that alright?
where the aircon was. Oh, we had a whoopsie. Pulled the plug straight out. Everything came with it on the back of the sensor. All those came out.
Oh, that's alright. I got another one. And I've got old Clem who's the wizard, so if there's anything tricky he can sort it out. Yeah, this is one more bit.
Now there's nothing connected, that's for sure.
That is good. Alright.
Let's take the car up.
Happy days?
Yep. Yep. Just wants to fall over.
It's alright. Just hooking on that back. Oh no, there we go. We've got the cable. We just got to drop it down and pull it.
There we go.
Got it.
Boing.
Alright, where were we?
Coming up. Just one sec.
Down a bit?
No.
You alright?
Yep, go up. Yeah, it's just a loom, keeps getting caught. So the B16's out, the engine bay's empty, nothing in there. It's filthy, greasy, dirty with 20 plus years worth of grease and grime. So that needs a good clean. Get rid of all the pollution gear, get rid of all the fuel lines, all that sort of crap that's not going to stay in the car because it's going to be super sleeper race car. It can all go back in one day if it needs to ever be returned to stock. And then next week, after we get that all cleaned up and tidy, we'll get to work putting this back together, getting it all dressed so it can go back in there. We've already got the competition clutch, so that's ready to go in, flywheel, everything's all been balanced and blueprinted. So it can all go together, go back in. Standard drive shafts for now, so we'll see how long they last. But that's the end of the video, guys. Hope you liked it. Make sure you like the video, share the video, comment below if you think it's going to crack 700 horsepower or what your guess is. It's a 3076 turbo on a fully built B18. So let me know what you think of the build. What do you want to see? We're looking at different options, whether we paint the bay, tuck the wires, all that sort of stuff. So it depends on you guys what you want to see. Otherwise, we'll just come back, dress this engine and get ready to put it back in the car and fire it up. Anyway, that's enough chit chat. See you in the next video.